Okay, my name is Chablan Chitanga. This is our second meeting. And these meetings are not compulsory, but I do encourage each and everyone to attend whenever possible. So we want you to attend so that we can ask the so-called silly questions. And then why are we having these meetings? We are having these meetings to prepare ourselves, even not only prepare, but so that we understand the formulas that are involved each and every week. And each and every week we have different formulas, but some of the formulas actually lead to the upcoming formulas. So if you understand the basic, we are likely not to struggle with the content that is upcoming. And we are also likely not to struggle when you take your assessment. So we are actually doing similar. I've seen your assessment even. I've seen the first assessment. I'm actually upset. It's quite easy. But anyway, it's easy from my side, but I think you manage it as well. So that is why we are having these meetings each and every week. So we'll do our best not to make the meetings very long. I also want to rest and eat. We eat around this time, but we take it upon ourselves as a family including you, so that we prepare each other. So you see that each and every week we have a Padlet. I think, and thank you, most of you, we have managed. I'm going to upload my answer tomorrow. So thank you for that. I didn't just comment like this. So if you want your name to show, you have to log in to Padlet if you want, but it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for such. I'm just looking for if you've done it correctly or and something like that. So I'm going to check and see. I'm going to comment. Let's say you've done it incorrectly. I can comment here. Like, I think your mean is this, something like that. And please, with the exception of those outside of the continent, let us stick to 8 o'clock and 8:30 communication. So I'm not ignoring anyone. If you send your message outside of that time, please avoid doing that. So you see there are 2 exercises next week. And also, let's say you were busy in your life, something was happening, you did not manage to take part in these exercises. You don't have to upload it next week, because what I do is, like for week number 1, I convert into PDF so that you can download that file. So you are going to see everything that we have done, and then you can follow. So avoid posting week 2 exercises when you're in week number 3. It's not a big deal. But if you're struggling with something, you have my number. Feel free to send that number to me, or even in the WhatsApp group, you can do a search. But don't scare people. Don't scare others, please. So this evening, okay, I'm waiting. Can someone share what's happening? Something happening in their life, something good, so that we encourage each other. Anyone? Yesterday, I also had 10 people in attendance. So 15 people are missing, even this week. And then before I forget, next week we meet on a Tuesday. So we combine the classes. So it's Tuesday, not Wednesday, next week. Anyone who wants to share something good happening? Hi, Bushla.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Bushla is the B on WhatsApp. Are you B on WhatsApp?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Are you the one who is in both kind of WhatsApp groups?
No, I'm in one, sir.
Oh, okay, it's fine. How are you? How is it going? Where are you based?
I'm based in Rodiport.
Rodiport, okay. What is happening? What's that one thing, that good thing that happened to you today, or whatever that you have learned today?
The good thing is that I'm not really struggling with like the work that I'm reading for these 2 terms, for the two weeks that we've been doing this. So that's the good thing. And the other good thing is that I'm alive.
Okay, excellent. I thought good thing I got engaged. I'm joking. I'm joking. So thank you for sharing. And thank you for sharing that. What did you read around this week? Whatever that you remember. Why What is this frequency distribution? Or what is that? Whatever that you have seen.
From my understanding, frequency distribution is the amount of, for an example, like it's like the amount of how many maybe people that took part in an exercise and like their marks, and then you are grouping them to get the accurate answers.
What if we don't group the marks? What will happen? Why are we grouping them? Does it help even? What do you think so?
I think it's a yes and no answer, because grouping them will like help you in a way find some sort of an answer, but it can leave and lose information at the same time.
Okay, thank you. That is for grouped frequency. Thank you so much. So what you're going to do, you have your pen and paper ready. So like what Bushle said, that's correct. So remember last week we said we have a population, but we don't have access to that population. We make use of a sample. So a sample is a representative of the population. So whatever size that we have. So when you collect, let's say you want to measure satisfaction level or happiness or anxiety level or depression level, whatever that you're interested in on a variable. So we select that sample. It can be a size of 10, 500, 1 million, whatever, it doesn't matter. But us collecting such data, so the scores out of 10, for example, and we have something like this, it doesn't make sense, is it? So it's not enough for us to just collect that kind of data and leave it there. And even for ourselves, sometimes we have other scores that are, so the scores can be a lot. There can be a lot of scores, maybe 1,000 and millions, whatever that you use. So the purpose of frequency distribution is to organize those scores so that it makes sense to the reader and the researcher, so that it makes sense to us even for easy following. So that is the use of frequency distribution. So there's a simple frequency distribution table and there's a grouped frequency distribution table. So the grouped one is used when the values are larger and there's a lot of space between them. So now it would defeat the purpose of summarizing and organizing if we try to just present a simple frequency distribution table. I'm going to show you. We are going to do it together. And that distribution table is mainly used to construct a histogram. So remember, last week I just introduced it. We are going to do it next week. That we can run inferential statistics if the scores are measured at a continuous level. So there's what we call central theorem, whereby we can sketch a histogram to assess if the data is normally distributed, that bell shape kind of. So if we construct or sketch a histogram, we are able to assess if the data is normally distributed. But we can do a search from a frequency distribution table. What is that frequency distribution table I'm talking about? I think you've seen it. Something like this. So where X are the raw scores, like this score, 8, 5, 9, 6, those are X values. And then F is the frequency. Frequency as in how many times is that value appearing? Okay, I think that's proper English, is it? So how many times is that value appearing? So if we can ask ourselves now, we want to organize, so we are organizing also for summarization. So if we want to do for this one, what should we do? Does anyone know what we do? So we can follow. If you have a question, you can ask. What should I write here? So I want to construct a frequency distribution table. And this is what, if you've read, even if you read afterwards, we are going to see tables like this a lot. And what do I write? If you know, yes, Madeline?
Sorry, so with the X, don't you start with 10 and then look 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way to 4?
So let us Okay, hold on.
With the high school.
Someone's breaking. Let me respond to Madeline first. So Madeline, I want to correct something. Don't ask, but tell us. So let us be confident. So I'm asking, what do we do? So let's not say, don't we? So tell me, like, in confidence. We write 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4. That is what you mean, is it?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, so let's not ask. Let's be confident around it.
Okay.
Yes, let's not doubt ourselves. 10, 9. Sorry, I'm left-handed. Right. No, that's not an excuse though. I'm just saying. I use right hand to move my cursor, but I'm very left-handed. Everything else, I use my left. 5. It is not a problem to start 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is also not incorrect. It's correct. It is correct to do as such. Why are we not starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3? We don't have scores for such, is it? So we start at the lowest or at the highest value. So what we are going to do here, we are going to find how many scores of 10 do we have? How many scores of 9 do we have? How many scores of 8 do we have? How many scores of 7 do we have? 6, 5, 4, things like that. How many scores of 10 do we have?
2.
2, thank you. And 9?
4.
4. I don't have the answer, I'm trusting you. And 8?
3.
3, thank you. And 7?
4.
And 6?
3.
3. So this line is don't draw this line. I thought the values are going to fit here. And then 5s?
2.
Someone's going to ask me, why do you have that line after 6? Assume that line is not there. And 4?
1.
Thank you so much. So most of the times when you see statistics being reported, data, you see something like this instead of this. Remember, I want to organize and summarize. But now the question comes, how many people took part in the study? Let's say you don't have this, ignore this. What do we do? If you want to identify the sample size, so this is an N, sorry, proper N, like this. What do we do when we have a distribution table like this? How do we get that?
We count the set of scores.
Which ones? No, I want to get that from here. Which one? How do we do that? So which set of scores?
Summation of F, I think.
So thank you. So we add the F, the sum of, this is not E, it's sum of. So it means we add 2 plus 4. You can speak again. I didn't get what you said. I don't know what, I'm not seeing the names. You add the frequency, yes, that's what it means. So 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. What is the answer?
19.
19, thank you. Even if you have this, we can count this. These are 19 values. But the next one, what is the sum of X? I want to hear different names, different voices. You can try. We don't have to say your name even. We are not going to just say the answer and then correct each other. If you don't want your name to be recorded, just say hi. For sum of X, we do this. Someone different, if it's possible.
Hello.
Yes.
The sum of X, we add all the scores together.
Which ones? You are using this one. Which scores are
Sorry,
those?
X, we add X.
So 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7.
Yes, but we have to take into account that the number of people is represented by a. So 8 appears twice, so it has to be, those are 2 different people.
So what do we do then? So it means 10 plus 10.
Yes,
And then 9, how many? So it means 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9.
yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were saying we add 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 3 plus. So I wanted to correct that. That is incorrect for anyone who was thinking like that. Because if we do that, we are ignoring that we actually have 2 scores of 10. We have 4 scores of 9. We have 3 scores of 8. So what some people do, that is easy. They multiply 10 times 2, that is 20, and 36, and then you add that total to get the total, the sum of the scores. So what we are doing in simple terms, if you are confused, you can break it down again. You can write 10, 10, 9, 9, until you write all the numbers. It's actually, we are adding all these values. Okay. So that is what you do. So that is correct. What is the answer? What is the answer for this? Please take part, N1. It is our practice. Let us be quick.
I've got 140.
140. Okay, I think that's correct. Are you also getting 140? We else to confirm?
Yes, it's 140.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir, I got the same as well.
Okay, what about this one? Someone different. And you realize, oh, Jablani, don't give us a problem. Why are we even doing this? You realize that next week, we have formulas that will require us to make use of this, this, and this. Ignore everything else. Sure, just do what I'm telling you. You understand. But the other exercises in your textbook, they're just to test if you maybe understand the use of notations, like something like this, like x minus 1, but we don't have formulas that make use of such. So we are going to focus on this one, the first one. You must know this. Second one, we have 4 of them. Third one, and I'm going to we're going to introduce you to the 4th one. So what do we do here? Just explain what we do first, and then we take it from there. Just unmute and.
Well, that exponent, the 2 exponent, means that we need to take the value of x and multiply it twice, right? So wouldn't we take, because on the second equation, we found the sum of x, which was 140, right? So then don't we multiply 140? Then we go 140 times 140.
No, that is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
What you are talking about is this one. And thank you for being brave.
Thanks.
That is what you're talking about, this one. You want to write, if you have a sheet of paper, this one is sum of x squared in textual description. Sum of x squared. Write that someone. Sum of x. So x is their scores. So sum of the scores squared. Can someone try this one? What do we do?
Let me give it a try.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Who is speaking?
Caroline.
Okay. Okay, who wants to try? Who was first? Okay, anyone? Go for it. Try, Caroline.
So you square each score first. Like 8 is, let's take 8 as our first one. With
you square it.
8. And then square 5, square all of them, and then get the total of it.
Thank you so much. That's correct. In textual format, you say sum of squared values. Sum of squared values. So sum of the scores that are squared. So you square each score and then the total of that. So you square each score like this, and then the total of such. What is the answer? Let us. If you have any question, just feel free. I'm not reading the charts now. Hi, Jablani. Please go back. What's that now? And but I think I'm trying to explain, like we are going to have these formulas next week. And then when you do t-test as well, we are going to use the same formulas. So if you make a mistake or vice versa, like instead of this, you do this, your answer will be wrong. So please make sure you get it right. So we square each. So 64 plus 25 plus 81 plus 36 plus 64 plus 49 plus 16 plus 100 plus, what is the answer for that? And someone who did this again, you can give me the answer. So this one is whereby we have found 140 already. So it's 140 squared. What is the answer for that?
So you're asking about number 4.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for someone for this. Was this text long? And then I'm asking now, let's do this number 4 while we are waiting for this.
I'm really bad at saying numbers in English, so it's 19600.
This one.
Yes.
What is your language?
Afrikaans.
What do you say this in Afrikaans then?
19,600.
Excuse me. Let us leave it there. So 19,600 is what? Can you repeat again? In Afrikaans?
Oh, 19,600.
We don't.
It's
have
the
those
same. It's just I'm really bad at saying numbers in English.
No, we don't have these numbers in my language. I don't have this number. I don't know in other language. I don't know, Kate, if what you say, we don't have these numbers. We count ourselves up to 100 and it's enough, is it?
No, 100's enough, sir.
Yes, 100 is like, why are you going to thousands? Let us just focus on the community that we have. How many cows do we have? 100 is enough. Don't go to 19,000. I'm joking. Okay, what about this now? Don't
So
wait for.
I
Yes,
would
thank you.
371.
No,
I
that's.
doubt myself on that
Yes,
one.
I'm doubting you also, because if I look, we have 100 already here, we have 100 here, we have 64, we have 81, we have 81, we have 49, 49, 81, 81, 36, 49. I don't think that is correct. And I was about to say, don't wait for other children to do the work for you. Also do the calculations. That's how you become comfortable. I was telling the other class even every time and again that statistics is a mind game. So convince your mind that it can do this. So you convince it by practicing. If you don't convince your mind, it's going to tell you every week, like, you can't do this. I told you, you can't do this. I told you, you can't do this. When that happens, you will not perform well. You make a lot of mistakes. And when you make a lot of mistakes, I don't want to use the word fail. You don't do very well. Okay. So that is why we are practicing like this. Also practice where you are. Write it down. Okay, do this. Make those mistakes. Like what you're doing, I'm explaining, because I'm explaining from a point of knowing that this is the mistake that students are likely to do. So we are solving that, and then we help our minds. So let us continue convincing our minds. So let us do, so don't allow people to do the work for you and then you sit back. Don't do that. People who want to be psychologists, take part. So I'm being, but that's me. We are family members here. So I have the right to say that. What's the answer? Tell me the answer, please. I don't have it. I don't want to do it for you also. Can someone try? Let me try them. 6, 4 plus.
Sir,
Yes, thank you.
the answer is 1086.
1086. Are you also getting the same? I'm trusting you. I don't know. 64 plus 25. Can you try? Can someone please confirm?
Yes, I also got the same.
Okay. And the third person? And then I think it's fine like that. Okay, I think that's the answer. So, but what is important is to know how to get there. So 64 plus 25 plus 81 plus, and then we add all the scores together. Okay. So this is simple frequency, but what I said earlier as well, they are used to construct a histogram. So a histogram is something like this is 0, and if you check, there's a video that I posted in Excel, but you can do it even manual like this. The highest is 4. I can write even up to 5 like this. And it doesn't make a big difference starting from 0, but from this, like let's say our lowest number is 4. We can write 4 here. Yeah. And then 5. And then 6. I want to show you something that is different. What people make a mistake when they when they sketch a histogram. I remember one of the assessments, I think last year, they asked the students to construct a frequency distribution. And then they also asked them to sketch a histogram for such. Like on the Padlet, there's such an exercise. So 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, this is 7. 8. 9. Please don't complain like is good, but his writing is ugly. Please forgive me. So we have a score of 4 appeared once. So you do like this. You see what I'm doing? I'm sketching not on this line, but it should be equal distance between that value of 4. So what I'm doing here, I'm applying the concept of real limits. So in statistics, it's possible that a score of 4, like what we said last week as well, like at a continuous level, like if you watch like F1, the 100 marathon, they even go to like 1 hour, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, point, something like that. But for statistical purposes, you are given mostly the whole numbers, even the numbers with kind of a 1 decimal place. But let's focus on the whole number. So it is possible that this 4 could have been 3.5 or 4.5. That is why a bar is caged in between that value like this. Okay. And then how many scores of 5 do we have? We have 2. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm saying I'm not doing like this. Let me change the color. I'm not sketching, so I'm doing here. Let's say this is 4. This is 5. I didn't do this. But the value is at the center of the bar to apply that real limit concept. You read around it, you get what I'm talking about. And then how many 6 do we have? We have 3. We have, so don't have to change the color. Sorry, I changed the color now. And how many 7s do we have? We have 4. How many 8s do we have? We have 3. How many 9s do we have? We have 4. Is it correct? How many scores of 10 do we have? We have 2. But why are we bothering ourselves with constructing a histogram? We are able to identify if the data is normally distributed. When the data is normally distributed, you see in week number 6, we can now perform inferential statistics. We are able to generalize the findings to say there's a significant whatever that we're interested in. That is why we make use of histograms. A histogram is different from a bar graph. A bar graph, the bars are separate like this. Maybe this is younger people and older people, just to show which one is percentage, whatever. So that is why we are constructing a simple frequency distribution. This is the main purpose of it. Questions, comments before we quickly move, like in 10 minutes we'll be done. So I'm answering those like, why are we doing this? And I've answered you. And why are we doing these formulas? I want to be a psychologist. I don't want to be a mathematician. This is not mathematics. This is statistics. And I say that, like for next week, we are going to calculate the mean for a sample. The formula for that is this. And you know how to do it. You know how to obtain this. And you know how to obtain this. That mean will be asked not sometimes, not from the scores like this, but you will be given a frequency distribution table. And now you know how to do it because you've done it. And we are recording this meeting. You can even watch it and pause and follow. Like I was joking, I always joke like that, but you have to learn to like my voice so that otherwise you're going to listen to me for 10 weeks. You're going to hear my voice a lot. Yeah, anyway, I do apologize if I'm not sounding maybe the way that you like. That's how I speak. I speak Shona. But fortunately, I think in English now because I teach a lot. But my kids laugh at my words sometimes. They speak like I'm McDonald's, like for me it's McDonald's. But anyway, so do you have questions? Sometimes.
Yes, please, sir.
Yes. You can
Oh,
ask.
you removed it.
Yes, okay, yes, you can, it's fine.
Okay, but I wanted to try and see if we can do the mean based on what you had written there. So it will be
That's for next
150.
week. No, that's not
Oh, okay.
that's for next week. Ignore this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we are done. And then I'm going to say, let us do the Z scores today. And then we are done, no more meetings. But we need, some of us are slow. Like, excuse me, let's do a week after week. So we need to, there's a word that I'm looking for the lack of a better word, to digest whatever that we're getting. Otherwise, we get too full. And then we quit. Hi, Jabalani, I can't do this anymore. I'll see you next year. People do that. We don't want that to happen. Sometimes, I think let's be quick. I'll do this together. Okay, this is what I want. So this is what I meant. So you get something like this, and then we ask the same questions. What is now let's do this quickly. What is N? What is sum of X? What is, let's start with this one. And what is, let's do this quickly. Anyone who is confident enough to help us? We explain what we do, and then the class can help us with the answers. What is N? N is the size of how many people took part in the study?
5.
Where is that 5 coming from?
It's the summation of F. I added on the side F.
But it's not 5.
7.
So it's 1 plus 2 plus 1.
7.
7, thank you. Thank you so much. But I like that you know what you should do. That's what is important. Okay. What about the sum of X? You can do this. 5, 0, 6, 2, 3. So the total of that. So 5 plus 6, that's 11. 11 plus 5, that's 16. Or what it means that how many scores of 5 do we have? We have 1. How many scores of 4 do we have? Nothing. How many scores of 3 do we have? We have 2. How many scores of 2 do we have? We have 1. How many scores of 1 do we have? We have 3. 1, 2, 3. If we add all that, that is the sum of this. I think this is easier. What's the answer here?
256.
250. I'm trusting you. Don't come back like tomorrow. Hi, Chablani. I was watching the video. 256 is incorrect. I don't have the answer. We are doing it together. I'm trusting ourselves and you. So I'm trusting. Can someone just confirm? Is it 256?
It is correct, sir.
Okay, thank you. And then what about this one now? Someone a different voice. Just explain what we do and then we take it from there. Let me go to the names and see. And Kate, since were you speaking now? I just heard your voice earlier. Were you speaking?
I spoke, sir.
Okay, thank you. Not about the evening only, is it? Okay, thank you.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. I think I remember I heard your voice, but it doesn't matter. I'm not putting pressure on anyone. Okay, let me not have enemies here. I want to speak. I wanted to pick on some. Anyone? What do we do here?
That is the sum of the squared values.
Sum of, so thank you,
Can
Elisa.
you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we're breaking a little bit, but I can hear you. So it's sum of the squared value. So you square. Okay, so we square each value like this.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the answer?
It's 55.
55. So 25 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1. 55. If you say so. Let me check.
5 times 5, 25.
Mm,
Oh, wait,
plus
I think I left something out.
9 plus 4 plus 3. I'm seeing 50.
Sir, I got 50.
Yes, I got 50 as well. I don't know what you
I
did.
also got 50.
Yes, thank you.
Wait, so but do we go 5 times 5, 25? 4
Yes.
times 4.
Where's 4?
I'm looking in the table. 5,
0.
4.
We don't have a 4, it's 0.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have a score of 4.
Okay. Okay,
Mm.
you went straight. Oh, so you wrote down 2, 3. Okay, sorry.
Yes. No, sorry. And thank you for that, for such a mistake. Now we know. Now we learn like that. And thank you for that. Okay. So that is only. And why are we doing this? Next week, we are going to see a formula like this. To calculate variance and standard deviation, among other things. I'm writing a little bit neat here. We are going to see this formula next week. A very powerful formula. The other one is just like what I wrote earlier. So excuse my, this is like this. It's not it's like this proper. So excuse my writing. This is the mean. Okay. And we are going to be asked next week, what is the mode? What is the median? So we are going to be doing that together and calculate the variance and the standard deviation using this. So those are the formulas for next week. You see a formula, something like this. So don't be scared because we know what to do now. Okay. And okay, if we see this, we know how to do this, we know how to do this, we know how to get this. So we'll be fine, is it? But sometimes I have a slide that I have now, but we are done. Let me just explain that in 2 minutes. Sometimes I think it's Buhle who said, I'm not forgetting, Scared who said, okay, it's Buhle who said, when I was reading, I saw that we can make use of a group frequency distribution because the values sometimes are larger. Like if you go to Padlet, we can have values like this. So if you want to make use of a simple distribution table, it doesn't make sense. It may end up like this. Like, no, I can't even infinite almost. Because if you want to start from the largest, 52, imagine how many rows are we going to have until 13. How many 54? It's a lot. Like I can't even, I think 39. Like, so now when you do like that, it doesn't summarize at all. It doesn't make sense. So when that happens, that is when you make use of a grouped frequency distribution. So you group the scores into like the interval and the frequency. So this is the interval of the scores, like from which score until which score. If someone can tell me, where do you start? So the lowest is 13. And what do you do? What would you do in this case? Like we want to obtain how many values from 13 up to whatever. What do you do? If I can ask you, just want to do the two rows and then you get done. The rest you can make use of the Padlet and then take it from there. So as we are answering, there's no kind of a rule of thumb, whatever what they say. We can start from 13. So we can make use of an interval of 5, 2, or 10. But I think at this stage, a 2 doesn't make sense. But I think a 5 or a 10 would do. So the bigger the interval, you lose a lot of sense of your data. So I think an interval of 5 would do. What do I mean? So we want to have from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we start counting from 13, not 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, but we start at 13, 14. Why is it like that? I'm also using that real limit concept to say 13 is actually a value that is between 12.5 and 13.5. So we start counting from that 13. And also, what I like, what the textbooks say, the textbooks say that the base of the interval should be a multiple of that width. So if you're saying the width is 5, if we try to divide, where's my English? To divide that base with the interval, it should not leave a remainder. So it should be a multiple of that base. So that is standard. So when you do a search, so it means 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then 15 to 19. And I'm not saying that the person who started at 13 is incorrect, but this is actually a little bit easier. If you read the notes that I released to you as well, I've included a table like this. So you can start at 20 and 24. And then, so what you do now, you find the values that are between 10 and 14 in this. Like how many are they? If there are 4, you write 4 here. This one, if are 6, you write 6 here. If these are 4, you write 4 here. And until you are done. And you are able also to construct a histogram using that, similar to what we've done already. So that is what I want to explain. And what I've seen, the assessment of yours is not asking you this. So that is why I'm just explaining and skipping like this. But if you have questions, feel free to ask. And on a Padlet, you have a similar exercise. So you try to do that and construct a distribution table like this. Otherwise, that is frequency distribution. But what is important is what we've done in the previous minutes. And this just extra so that we understand better in case we have larger scores and values. So this is what I was saying about the real limits. I've included a slide for that. I've explained it already. And this is just how you construct the grouped frequency. It's not a big deal, but you can read, but you have the notes as well. And to answer the question, like Caroline asked earlier, the quiz number 2 is due on the 26th. It's going to be, you have a week to complete it. But if you start, I don't know how we can pause and continue the next. I think it's possible, but you can start and finish at one sitting. And each quiz contribute 4%. Please take part in the Padlet exercise. It helps a lot. I've seen that. And see you next week for central attendance and variability. Then one with a comment, something positive, so that we get done with this in an exciting manner. Comment and question. Is it helpful? Someone is it helping? Are we wasting? Like, can we cancel the meetings maybe? Like, excuse me, we have time to think about our lives.
So